Another episode. Pumped. Let's make something happen. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I am beside myself. Can't believe I had to wait a whole week to get this episode up. Poof. Pumped. Let's do it. So I thought it would be a good idea to cover the basics with conversation. Now, there's a link up here for conversation, and I give you a nice little long spiel about it. Check that out if you're interested, but I got more to say about this now. So, the thing about conversation is that a lot of times, it doesn't matter if you're learning a second language or not, you suck at it. Most people are not very good at it. So, you gotta always work at it. You gotta always practice it. The biggest thing that I mentioned in that earlier episode was about the listening. And that is an essential, critical, crucial element. So whatever you do, if you are a teacher and you decide to give a conversation lesson to a student, or somebody hires you to do a conversation lesson with them, or you're online and you're doing conversation with another person who's not a teacher, but you want to practice your English, your German, your Japanese, whatever it is, you gotta get into listening what the other person is saying and react to what that person is saying, because that is one of that's the crucial element right there, okay? Now, there's a couple of pointers I'd like to mention in today's episode with language that you could use in English when you're having these informal conversations or maybe heated debates, whatever. So, if someone asks you a question, whether it's an exam or in a conversation, and you don't know how to answer, there's a couple of ways that you can buy yourself some time. So, for instance, you can say something like, "That's a very interesting question. I never thought about that before." Or, "We will have to discuss this more thoroughly in the future," if it's professional, okay? Or, "Wow, that's a tough question." You buy yourself time in an exam to answer when it's an opinion you have to give. But if it's just a regular conversation, you still give yourself a chance to tell that person without using the exact words that I need a second to think about this, okay? Another thing that we can say is that my mind just goes completely blank, or, "Oh, my mind just went blank," or, "I had it at the tip of my tongue and now I forgot what I wanted to say," or, "It just slipped my mind." All of those expressions are good, natural ways of saying that you need an extra minute to think about what you want to say because you forgot, or it slipped your mind, or your mind goes blank in a test, in an exam. So bear with me, give me a chance. Okay, the problem is, for a lot of people, the information goes in one ear and comes out the other. And we use that expression to say, it's like talking to a brick wall. Relationships, that happens a lot. Okay, so if you feel like you're talking to a brick wall, or that it's going out in one ear and out the other, you're basically telling that person that they're not listening to you. They might say that they are, but they're just hearing, they're not listening. Okay, so that's an expression you can use. When you are asking for advice and you want recommendations, an expression you can use is, "Do you have anyone in mind?" Like, "I need help with my English. Do you have anyone in mind?" ESL Trailblazer? Non-this Pettis? Joking. Shameful, I know, sorry. Okay, or do you have something in mind? Like, would you like to go out and, I don't know, get a cup of coffee or spend the day together or catch up sometime? "Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's catch up. Do you have a place in mind? Do you have some place in mind?" Very good question. Natural, okay? "Not off the top of my head, I don't know." Not off the top of my head. I can't think of a place to go to off the top of my head. Very common expression, okay? All right, sorry to keep you waiting. I started my podcast, I started my channel and my episode on this, okay? But it's a very nice expression to use when you're coming in late to a meeting, when you're about to give a presentation and people have had to wait a few extra minutes. You needed to use the bathroom and there was a long line and you've come back and there's people waiting for you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Very common to say, okay? You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. What a great expression. You got nothing to lose listening to this channel's episodes. You got nothing to lose. Just a little bit of advice. 5, 6, 7 minutes of your time. You got nothing to lose. Okay? You got nothing to lose trying to have a conversation with somebody by listening to them, because you might learn something that you never knew about before. Because when you're talking, you're just talking about stuff that you heard someplace else that you know. You're not learning anything. You got nothing to lose by listening. You're going to learn something new. That is the truth. Okay? It's no good moaning about it. It's no good moaning about it. That's the expression. It's no good plus something negative. Moaning is complaining. I live in Poland, so I know something about this. Should I say more? It's no good moaning about it, okay? Take action. Be proactive. Use your initiative. I did that language this week with my students, business classes. Use your initiative. Take action. Do it on your own. Yes? Be proactive. Same meaning. Take action. Do it on your own. Don't ask for someone's help. Don't ask for someone's advice. Don't ask someone to, tell you what to do. Use your initiative. And that's all I got for you. I'm Nandis Perez, signing out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a pleasure. And I really mean that. I love this stuff. All right? I'll be back next week with something more. I can't wait. I might have to do it a little bit earlier. Maybe I gotta do 2 a week. Anyway, give me your feedback on this. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear about it. Okay? Let's make something happen. Build momentum. I'm pumped, as always. Trying to keep it under control this week's episode. You know how it is. Keep building that momentum. I'll see you next week. ESL Trailblazer. I'm out.